In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NBA games happening on November 16, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Orlando Magic versus Houston Rockets. The Orlando Magic head into the Toyota Center for a Sunday night meeting with the Houston Rockets. Orlando arrives in a cautious spot. Still without Paolo Banchero and Moritz Wagner, Houston remains without Tari Eason and Dorian Finney-Smith. Orlando carries momentum from recent wins, yet the narrow result against a struggling Nets squad hints at uneven form. Houston enters with sharper rhythm after a dominant showing against Portland that capped an 8 wins in 9 games run. Orlando has stacked 3 straight wins against Portland, New York, and Brooklyn. The streak helps steady them, but it does not erase the uneven start. Minor injuries to both Banchero and Franz Wagner raise questions about their readiness, and even one absence can tilt this matchup. Their approach points toward patience, and past lessons suggest they will wait until both players reach full health before returning. Without at least one of them, the path grows harder against a Houston group playing at a high level. Houston has climbed into the league's upper tier with strong play since its early 2 losses. The team has taken 8 victories in 9 tries while scoring at the highest clip in the league. Only one team has posted a better net rating during this stretch. The Rockets reached 140 points in their win over Portland, which highlighted both power and control. They shoot at a league-leading rate from deep at 42.7% and rebound at a league-leading 49.4 boards per game. In a modern game that values size and shooting, they check both boxes with reliable production. History at the Toyota Center favors Houston. They have dropped only 2 of 13 meetings there against Orlando. They have also covered against Eastern teams in 5 straight games. Across 18 meetings with Orlando, they have taken 13 wins. Recent matchups show the same trend, as Houston has covered and won the past 3. Orlando has defended well, yet this matchup forces them to deal with a Houston offense that scores regardless of pace. Houston plays slower possessions than most teams, but still fills the scoreboard. Opponents try to change the tempo, but Houston adjusts and continues to win on the glass. Orlando has not met early expectations and sits at 5-8 against the spread without Banchero. The burden grows heavier. Houston has 8 wins in 10 games and has covered 7 of them. They sit at 8-3 against the spread. The number is large, but Orlando faces a difficult task on the road without its lead option. As our first pick for this matchup, the Houston Rockets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The over has landed in 9 of Houston's 11 games. Houston ranks near the top in key offensive measures and gains second-chance looks through strong offensive rebounding. Their scoring output forces opponents to stay active, and Orlando has shown it can put up points, reaching 115 or more in 3 of its past 5 games. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Dallas Mavericks. The Portland Trail Blazers head to the American Airlines Center for a Sunday meeting with the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams sort through a mix of injuries and uneven form. Portland continues without Scoot Henderson and Matisse Thybulle. Dallas keeps Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and Dante Exum on the shelf, which leaves the roster thin. Portland cooled after a strong start. The group took a tough loss to a Houston team in peak rhythm, yet enters this matchup with more stability than Dallas. The game sets up as a contest between 2 teams working through rough stretches in the West. Portland relies on the scoring of Deni Avdija, who guides their half-court sets and draws steady trips into scoring spots. Dallas fights for rhythm without 2 primary engines in Irving and Davis, and the offense sits near the bottom of league efficiency. That dip forces them into long stretches where they chase stops they have not found. Dallas showed a spark in a narrow loss to the Clippers, though the roster still searches for balance with key players out. Home play has been a problem, with more setbacks in their own own building than any other team. They enter this matchup with more questions, and with Anthony Davis listed as doubtful, Portland holds a mid-table record on the road and has collected 3 wins away from home. They lean on veteran play at the point, where Drew Holiday runs the offense with force. He posts 19 points and 8.4 assists per road game and lines up against Brandon Williams with a clear size edge. That pairing shapes a major part of the matchup. Dallas struggles in the paint and in transition. The team sits near the bottom of the league in points allowed at the rim, and in fast break defense, Portland ranks in the upper tier in both areas, which sets up chances to pressure the Dallas back line. Portland hit a rough patch, yet the roster plays with energy and keeps games competitive. Dallas deals with gaps throughout the rotation and sits at 5-8 against the spread, which reflects their trouble finding consistency. The visitors enter their 5th straight road game, and the hosts continue to search for traction while shooting issues linger. The gap in three-point production adds one more factor. Portland sits 9th in makes per game. Dallas sits last. As our first pick for this matchup, the Portland Trail Blazers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Portland ranks 10th in pace. Dallas ranks 15th. Both teams push the ball enough to shape an up-tempo game. Dallas sits 12th in points allowed. Portland sits 20th. Each defense gives up clean looks, and both teams turn the ball over in ways that open scoring chances. Dallas has seen the overhit in 3 straight games. Portland has seen the overhit in 5 of 7 road games. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Bulls versus Utah Jazz. The Chicago Bulls visit the Utah Jazz on Sunday at the Delta Center in a matchup shaped by uncertain lineups and uneven play. Chicago expects Josh Giddey to return, although Kobe White now holds a questionable tag after an upgrade in his status. Utah monitors Kyle Anderson as he deals with back soreness. Chicago opened the season with promise, then slipped into a 4-game slide that pushed them back into the familiar play. Interior of the Eastern Conference interior defense remains a major problem. Opponents target Nikola Vucevic around the rim, and the results show it. Road games have punished the Bulls, who have earned only 1 win in 5 tries. White completed a full practice on Friday, yet his availability remains unclear. Giddey still manages an ankle issue sustained against Cleveland, so his return depends on how he responds. Utah holds a straight-up mark of 4-8 through 12 games. Given the roster, this result sits close to general expectations. Wins may be scarce this season, but a home game against a struggling Chicago group offers a chance to compete. Utah owns the 13th best net rating in home contests and has split its first 6 outings at the Delta Center. The offense works through collective ball movement, with only Denver producing more assists in home games. Utah averages 33.7 assists at home, which keeps the group connected on each possession. If the game tightens late, Lauri Markkanen gives them a reliable option. Chicago has only 1 road win in 5 attempts and has given up at least 120 points in 4 straight games. The Bulls sit 28th in opponent points in the paint, which gives Utah a clear target. Recent meetings favor Chicago, yet this specific matchup highlights areas that Utah can press. The analysis points in one direction, but the final call arrives at the end as our first pick for this matchup. The Utah Jazz to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Utah ranks 8th in three-point rate at .451. Both defenses show issues. Chicago has struggled over its recent stretch, and Utah has not found a strong defensive rhythm. Both teams sit in the top half of the league in pace. Utah excels on the offensive glass, with an offensive rebound percentage of 32.0, while Chicago secures boards at a strong rate with a defensive rebound percentage of 76.3. Recent trends show high-scoring environments. The Bulls have gone over in 7 of their last 9 games, and in 10 of their last 13 road games. Utah has seen the overhit in 9 of its last 10 home games. The analysis builds toward a conclusion, which appears at the end. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Phoenix Suns. The Atlanta Hawks head west to face the Phoenix Suns at the Mortgage Matchup Center on Sunday night. Atlanta remains short on key personnel with Trae Young ruled out. Phoenix also enters this contest without Jalen Green and Grayson Allen. Atlanta might have expected trouble when Young went down, yet the group has found a steady rhythm. Okongwu and Johnson have filled larger roles and kept the team steady. Both clubs have rewarded bettors this week. Atlanta has covered in 6 of its last 8 outings, and Phoenix has taken 7 of its last 8 games, while covering in 8 of its last 9 recent meetings between these two have leaned toward the home side. The home team has claimed 9 of the last 10 matchups. Phoenix will have the top individual talent on the court, and Brooks has shown a bump in usage and confidence. The injury to Allen matters because he has been a strong scorer, but Phoenix still holds advantages based on history and home court. As our first pick for this matchup, the Phoenix Suns to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Atlanta enters this contest on a 4-0 run, while Phoenix holds a 5-0 streak. Phoenix has tightened its defense and has held 4 of its last 5 opponents to 103 points or fewer, including 2 that failed to reach the century mark. Losing Allen removes a steady 18.5 points per game from the rotation. Without him, Brooks becomes the second scoring option at 20.3 points per game, produced through a high shot volume and lower efficiency from the field and from distance. Atlanta's backcourt lacks depth because Young has missed most of the season and appears set to remain out through November. In his absence, the Hawks have shifted into a more defensive posture and have held 3 of their last 4 opponents to 102 points or fewer. They sit in the middle range of league pace at 101.8 possessions per 48 minutes, which likely reflects Young's absence. Phoenix plays even slower, ranking near the bottom of the league at 98.8 possessions per game. The Suns will likely try to slow the tempo and protect the ball because Atlanta thrives in transition. Both teams show strong defensive form in recent games. 5 of Phoenix's last 6 contests and 3 of Atlanta's last 5 have stayed under the posted number as our second pick for this matchup. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them. So leave a comment down below and do let us know.